Viewer discretion is advised.
You are listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where two friends chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents.
Yes.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Lucy.
And this week we have a very special fan pick brought to us by Christina C. Sava. Christina Sava.
Save us from struggling with your name.
Save us so.
Christina.
Who is requesting the topic of scary supermarkets.
Yeah.
And I got Christina's fan pick case.
So sorry.
And it's the worst. The fuck.
I texted her earlier and I was like, I'm going to keep things a little bit light for my segment because I saw what your case is in the fucking notes.
Uh-huh.
So be warned, the first half is going to be real fun.
Oh, I have a curated trigger warning for my case specifically.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, this is a doozy. So if you want to take a look in the show notes to familiarize yourself with the case before you listen to it, I would completely understand. But it's nothing we haven't discussed before. It's just profoundly horrifying.
Yep.
Anyway, scary supermarkets.
We're all desensitized to that anyway by now, aren't we?
Yeah, just about. But first,
take your meds.
we're gonna do our wine crime pairing, which I did not get a specific pairing from Christina, so I decided to look into the most purchased, so popular, I guess you could say, supermarket wines, like wines that you can pick up while you're at the grocery store. Which ones? Now, Minnesotans, we don't get to understand the glory of this because we are the only state in the union that still does not allow the sales of alcohol in grocery stores or bodegas.
That's so odd, and they're way strict about it.
Because legally they cannot be in there. So usually,
and they're closed on Sundays.
Not anymore. We finally reversed. Sunday sales are available, but you have to go to a separate liquor store. So basically anywhere that you find a grocery store, there will be a liquor store either next door or across the street, but it has to be a separate entryway. It's the worst.
So wild.
But other places that are normal, everywhere else in the country allows for the purchase of alcohol, at least beer and wine, not necessarily hard liquor, but at least beer and wine in grocery stores. So I was like, what is the most popular? So I want you to guess what you think the top 3 might be. Brands.
Brands. Mm-hmm. For just a general, I would say Budweiser.
No, for wine. Sorry.
Oh, this is just for wine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Brands.
For the wine pairing.
Oh. Josh.
Is
that one of them?
It's not, but it's up there.
Okay.
He's
Sutter
a top
Home.
5. Yep.
That's in the top 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Sutter Home's one of them.
God, I can't even think of...
I have hints if you want a hint.
I would like a hint, please.
Okay, I have the hints blocked out so that you can't see them. Hold on, I have to look really closely. Okay, for one of them, it's All I Want to Be Because I Hate Socks.
Oh, Barefoot.
Yep.
There we go. Barefoot. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The kangaroo. How could I forget?
Oh, there was... Sutter Home is one of them, but and the hint for that was our friend... It's our friend's favorite to drink in the bathroom.
Drink in the bathroom.
Okay. One of them is Best Choice for Slap the Bag is one of your hints.
Oh, Franzia. What's another bag wine? Box wine? Black Box? Is that what
Bota
it's called?
Box.
Bota Box.
Bota Box.
Damn.
And then the other in actually that is in the top 3 and 4. It's like it's kind of confusing because these are all the most purchased, but our least favorite wine ever.
Chardonnay.
Kendall Jackson Chardonnay. So like the official top 3 are Barefoot, Bota Box, and Kendall Jackson Chard from what I could find.
Good
and then
Lord.
Josh and Sutter Home and like some of the other box wines are like all neck and neck. It's so similar. So in honor of the kind of wine that you could pick up at the grocery store for like $6, I'm going to recommend getting a Bota Box dry rosé and sticking that in your fridge. It is so good. Specifically the 2023 rosé. It's fresh, it's juicy, it's dry, and it's like the perfect summer wine. And it has been really hot this week. Today, the heat finally broke and I could turn my air conditioning off. But it has been in the like high 90s and full humidity for like a week.
Yeah.
So all I could think about is a crisp, like refrigerator cold, straight from the bag rosé on
Straight
a hot
from the
day.
bag. Just stick a straw in that son of a
Stick
bitch.
a straw in her, pull out your inflatable child's pool, and make a freaking day of it. Okay.
Make a frosé.
Yeah, you could. Bota Box Dry Rosé is not sweet. That's what you get with this rosé, a refreshing, delicately pink wine that offers crisp, dry, perfectly ripe flavors of raspberries, wild strawberries, and grapefruit zest. Serve it well chilled, and it's 11.5% ABV, so that packs, it's not like crazy, but it packs a nice little punch for a boxed rosé. Listen, I will never begrudge a Bota Box, okay? It's like such an awesome option.
They're very highly rated.
They are highly rated. You can grab it at the grocery store if you live in a normal person state. And the wine is good. Like, I think the most popular Bota Box is their Cabernet. And it's a pretty dang good cab.
You can
It's
also
just a
get
nice,
them in
easy
like
California cab.
you can get them in like almost
juice
like
box.
juice box size.
I love the Bota juice box, the rosé juice box.
If you need some also for cooking.
Yeah.
If you need some white
Just a cup.
wine for cooking. Yeah.
That's genius. You don't even want a whole bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, queen.
If you're one of those who would
not drinking
waste the second part of a bottle. What was the name of that wine that came in the big glass jugs? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but
I
that's
don't think
closer
they make
to
that anymore.
that's closer to like a Franzia, like those really sweet,
Yeah.
like nasty.
It's like
That was like Boone's Farm kind of shit.
sangria, kind of.
Yeah.
I remember drinking. I went to a Tool concert with Corey and his boyfriends. And they were like, shotgun and beer in the parking ramp. And I was like, do you have anything else? And that's all they had were the glass jugs.
All
and
we
I was
got
like,
is the jug.
I'll just go sober. This
Best I can do is the jug.
Well, I have had this jug in my trunk for a couple months.
Oh God.
Oh, but actually, I have a pairing because I was feeling like having a little bit of chilled wine myself.
Oh my God. Yes, we did one of these. This is one of the unpinned.
It's an unpinned wine.
Yeah.
Goro.
So good.
Oh, it's a Vino Verde. Thank God. Look at that label.
I know. Isn't he cute?
This man does not want to be at the supermarket.
I love him.
So I'm going to pop this bad bitch open.
Yes. Okay, yeah, give us a pop.
We just haven't had one in so long.
I'm going to sip this bottled water that I had in my car.
Oh, I did it by accident. I pulled it all the way out. That was... Should I put it back in and put it back out? We haven't had a nice pop in a while. Oh.
You can't pop twice. It don't work that way.
Well,
That was fucking amazing.
how about at least this? What can go wrong with this?
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Nice
That's
pour.
pretty.
That's pretty good.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to you and cheers to all of you at home. And we will be right back after we take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors.
I used to be under the impression that electrolytes were like just for athletes or like really intense workouts, basically nothing that I have anything to do with. But since Drip Drop has come into my life, that has changed. This has become my go-to reset button for those busy days. It really helps with brain fog. If just plain water is just not cutting it, then Drip Drop is key.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Think support for busy days, long workouts, summer travel, everything in between, existing as a person, having a kid. Can you even? Because hydration is not just something you do when you're behind. It's literally how you stay ahead. It's how you keep your body moving. Drip Drop uses science-based formulas for rapid hydration so you feel results fast while getting 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Drip Drop is trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams because it's built to hydrate you faster and more effectively than water alone. And if they trust it, then we sure can. It's perfect for staying active all summer long. My favorite is Drip Drop's Zero Sugar Plus. This is a breakthrough fast-absorbing formula with an advanced blend of 6 key electrolytes, 15 essential vitamins and nutrients, and no sugar or artificial sweeteners. As a diabetic girly myself, I am obsessed with their Zero Sugar Plus brand, and they have such delicious flavors. They are so tasty. It's fast hydration built with what matters most. And like I said, honestly, all of their products taste amazing. There are 16 original flavors and 8 Zero Sugar Plus options that fit seamlessly into my routine. I like that I can just toss them in my bag. Like, I work in a restaurant. It gets really hot there. I'm running around all day, and regular water is just not going to be enough to make sure that I am staying like quick, alert, and super hydrated. So I'll pack my Zero Sugar Plus Drip Drop, and I'm good to go. To make it easy, Drip Drop has flexible subscription options, so you're never stuck without proven fast hydration, whether you're hitting the gym, juggling work, or just trying to keep up with an always-on calendar.
Right now, Drip Drop is offering podcast listeners 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com and use promo code GALS. That's dripdrop.com, promo code GALS for 20% off. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code GALS.
My summer go-to undergarment is going to be a sports bra, especially taking shifts back at the restaurant now. It is my number one necessary thing for when I'm running around, I'm jumping up and down, I'm grabbing stuff, I'm bending over. And I have found the bra that has changed everything for me from Honey Love. This is a sports bra that actually clips in the back. You're not pulling off a sweaty bra over your head like a heathen at the end of the day. It doesn't give you uniboob. It's lifting. It's separating. It gives me cleavage. I reach for this bra even when it's not a work day because I just love the shape that it gives me, and it's so comfy. Are you kidding me? Tell us more.
Yeah, honey. Honey Love's CrossFlex activity bra it's different from any other sports bra I have ever tried before. I think truly the key is that it hooks in the back for me.
Yeah, it's wireless. It hooks in the back. You're not getting the uniboob. It's the perfect bra. It
makes your boobs look really, really great, and it is a sports bra. Honey Love also doesn't just make bras and shapewear. They've built a full line of tanks, bodysuits, and underwear with supportive structure, smoothing fabrics, premium finishes. They're real cute. And right now, they're offering a crossover triple bra bundle. So if you want a full refresh on your top drawer, you can get huge savings by buying 3 at once. And you're gonna want to wear one of these every day. Yep. They also recently launched their new crossover contour bra, which features their best-selling wireless crossover bra design. It's very cute. Plus built-in molded light foam pads for just a little extra support and a beautifully contoured shape.
Gorgina.
So do yourself a favor. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/gals. That's honeylove.com/gals. After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent ya. Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honey Love.
I'm getting older. I'm getting more ailments. Okay, and I'm getting more recommendations from the professionals in my life to maybe start taking some supplements. And then I'm like, okay, where do I even begin? There is so much option overwhelm. If you ever Googled a supplement, it somehow leaves you more confused than when you started. So I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about.
It causes brain fog.
Seriously, and this is why Blueprint's longevity mix is the move. Blueprint is built on scientific evidence, so the guesswork is over, baby. It's not adding ingredients because they're trending on TikTok. It's doing it because it's the right thing to actually put into the supplement. These folks have earned their place through population level research and real world testing, not what's trending.
So you don't need like a whole bunch of bottles of pills or like a whole cabinet full. It is one scoop. You mix it in some water. Done. That single scoop helps support energy, cognitive performance, mood, focus, sleep, cellular resilience, and healthy aging. It's everything that you want and need in one, with ingredients like magnesium, taurine, glycine, creatine, and more. Blueprint is third-party tested for purity and toxins like heavy metals, and they publish their results on their site, so you don't have to go a Googling and just end up worse
Get
than where you
confused.
started.
Yeah.
And Blueprint doesn't just make their longevity mix. They also offer essential capsules, high polyphenol olive oil, omega-3, collagen peptides, so much more. These are all designed around that same data-driven philosophy. So you know what you're getting, and you're getting quite a bit.
You're getting good. Science-backed, precision-dosed, no BS. For a limited time only, new customers get 20% off plus free shipping at blueprint.brianjohnson.com using code GALS at checkout. That's code GALS at blueprint.brianjohnson.com for 20% off. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Lucy, what do you have in store for us this week for scary supermarkets?
Well, okay. First of all, I was like, I really want to do a crime.
Yeah.
This was before I saw what you were covering.
Yeah.
So then popped into my head, I was slapped across the face with the memory of the case that you covered for North Carolina crimes, the Below murders.
Yeah.
Where they were, well, I'll just read this to you in case you forgot. On Sunday, June 6th, 1993, at approximately 6:15 p.m., a male who was already in the Below grocery store in Windsor used gray duct tape to bind 6 victims. He stacked the victims into 3 piles. He then shot into the piles, killing 3 of them. The 4th victim was shot. The 5th was stabbed. Both were left for dead, and the 6th victim was not hurt. There were 3 total deaths.
It was the weirdest.
And it's still unsolved.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Stacked.
It's sick.
And like all the theories that they had about like why that case was so fucking nuts.
Fucking weird.
Is
That
so
one
nuts.
That people ask us all the time, like, what's a case that keeps you up at night? I need to keep that on the short list because that is so creepy.
Yeah. I need to start a note in my phone of my favorite case. Favorite is not the right word, but you know, the sticky ones. Because when people ask that, I can't think of it, and then
There's
I remember,
so
and I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
that actually does live very actively in my subconscious. Okay, so kind of obviously, I wanted to cover the psychology behind supermarkets and grocery stores because there is a lot of it. For one, they hypnotize you into buying way more than you originally came for.
Yeah, capitalism is killing all of us. All of us.
Like,
We're being manipulated at every turn.
every turn. So going through it is sort of like a rat maze, you know, like you go through, and obviously it's just being compelled to do certain things. You're not literally running through a rat maze. You can go wherever you want, but generally you and everyone else follows the same path through the grocery store.
I heard something interesting this week, actually, coincidentally, from a friend, and they can DM me and scream at me if I'm wrong because they're probably listening. But they said that in Minnesota, we have Cub Foods around the Twin Cities. And if you enter a Cub Foods and it enters you through the produce section, you're in a franchise store. So like a smaller, more quote unquote locally owned and operated store. But if you enter into like the maze of chips and like soda wall, you're in a corporate store. A Cub corporate store.
Weird.
Which is not like a franchise store. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. Huh.
So weird.
I would like to know more about that.
I would too.
Let's Google that later.
Okay.
We'll put it on our follow-up list.
Put it on our mysteries list, our favorite mysteries list.
Okay. So there's one way in and one way out generally, and generally you have to go through a good portion of the store to like get around to the exit because you're kind of discouraged from like, it feels like you're going backwards if you go the opposite way, and that's very much by design. So first, generally, you go through the produce first, which makes you feel good. There's bright colors, there's like glossy fruits, like wet veggies. You feel kind of healthy and good. And then nearby, there's usually the bakery, which also smells really good.
I got salad. I can get a little carb.
But it also makes you hungry, just psychologically. And you know you buy more when you're hungry. Another thing I read, most bakeries just like for utility bake their bread in the morning. But if they either create or falsify or just bake an extra bunch of bread like for the after work on their way home crowd, it makes a huge difference. So some stores will like fake bake to get people to just smell it and buy more.
Interesting.
And then also usually the flower shop is near the front. So there's like buckets of beautiful flowers. This also smells good. It's all just really like sensory, different textures. It's all fresh, natural, fragrant. Makes you feel good.
Yeah, before you get into the bowels where you've got Velveeta end caps and a bunch of like jars of chili for game day.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're charming you up front. We put the pretty girls up front with the big ripe fruits.
Wet.
Yep. And we put the chuds in the back. The guilty chuds right by the dairy.
There's also like if there is
in the cold where it's harder to smell them.
In the dark, yeah. It's harder to see them. There's also like, if there's good lighting at all, it's going to be by the front.
Always. And then suddenly, and you don't right away notice the transition, but after a minute, you know, oh, I'm under the fluorescence. When you're like staring at the discount on Pop-Tarts and you realize the lighting has completely changed and you're in the bad place.
Yeah. And you're like
and
the back of your eyeballs kind of hurt. Yeah.
And you can hear the lighting.
Oh,
buzzing.
you can always hear the lighting. And there's like a bird somewhere and then
There's
you feel
always a
really
bird.
bad for it.
And then like some 90s easy listening is playing on a very blasted out speaker.
Very blasted.
Sounds like a tin. It's in sync out of a tin can.
It's that
God must have spent a little more time on you.
the first one that came to mind is that fastball song. They made up their mind and they started walking.
Yes. 100%.
That's actually about like a horrible murder. That to me, that on the dingy ass speakers with the bird as
grocery
backup.
store playlist. They always bop. Every single one is a banger.
I was at Price Chopper recently, my least favorite grocery store, but it's like 3 blocks from my house, so it's unavoidable. And, you know, I had smoked before.
Sure. Because how
Price
else are we
Chopper.
going to the grocery store?
Well, yeah. I went in there and I didn't mean to be in there for very long, but it was just song after song was the most irritating, like longest, repetitive, sloppy shit. And songs that I had never heard before, but that were going to be stuck in my head for the rest of time.
No.
Because they were so awful.
Why create such an off-putting soundscape? Don't you want to invite people to stay and browse your shelves, Price Chopper?
We'll actually get to the music.
If you put on more Savage Garden, I am much more likely to linger.
Fastball.
In fact, play Linger. That's a great supermarket
I would
song.
linger. Yes. Not closing time.
Not closing time.
Well,
but
I
Kiss
do like that
Me
song.
would be a good one.
Oh, yes.
Down by the bearded barley while I'm in the cereal aisle. Let's
Down
fucking
by
go.
the bearded barley in aisle 8.
Sir, where do you keep your bearded barley?
Down by the broken tree house.
Oh, Oh, aisle 6. Swing, swing to aisle 6 for the bearded barley.
So fucking dumb. Okay,
You wear the shoes and I will wear that dress.
We'll get to the bearded barley, actually, also.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, the good lighting. According to a guy named Martin Lindstrom, author of Brand Washed, tricks companies use to manipulate our minds and persuade us to buy. Those, back to the wet produce, the periodic sprays of fresh water that douse the produce bins
are entirely unnecessary. Probably
Yes.
worse for the produce to get it all wet and make it fucking wilt and sog.
Yep. It actually makes the vegetables spoil faster than they would otherwise. It's just
pisses me off.
to
I
give them
always figured that. I was like, why is it getting all wet? That always grossed me out.
to give it a deceptively dewy and fresh picked look.
Fuck off with that. I want the driest one.
I know. But as a child, I loved it when it rained.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, the story behind bananas is bananas. Sales records indicated that customers bought more bananas if their peels were Pantone color 120752, known as Buttercup, rather than the slightly brighter Pantone color 130858 or vibrant yellow.
Got it.
So, banana growers responded by planting their crops under conditions tailored to produce the color Buttercup to sell more bananas, to sell 30,000 pounds of bananas.
That's disgusting.
Isn't that weird?
30,000 pounds
Of
bananas.
So here's some more tactics. Ugly tricks that they play. Dirty tricks. Almost always
They're illusions, Michael.
Almost always the dairy department is in the back of the store.
Yeah.
Because most shoppers will have at least one dairy item on their list.
Somebody's going to have to get eggs or milk, typically. Cheese.
Cottage cheese.
I need yogurt or cottage cheese. We really do. We get like eggs, cottage cheese, or yogurt, and probably more of a non-dairy milk every time we go to the grocery store.
Yeah. The pickles are back there too.
Oh, the good cold Clausen ones for sandwiches.
Yep.
The sandwich slices.
Yep. Sandy slices. The most expensive items with the higher profit margins are generally placed at like eye level, adult eye level. And this is also creepy. Here's your bearded barley. One study by researchers at Cornell found that kid-targeted cereal packaging is designed such that the cartoon characters on the boxes make eye contact with short passersby.
They're looking down?
They're all looking slightly down.
Oh! Look down, Jax.
Look down, Jax. Look down, Apple Jacks.
You're sick. Yum.
Apple Jacks are awesome.
You're sick. Marketing is sick.
I know. It's so gross.
That's so creepy. Stop looking at my kid or my tits.
Yeah. Hey, eyes up here.
Hey.
I'm the one with the credit card.
Kernels up here, pal.
I still want kernels up here.
I need kernels up here merch so bad.
For fall.
I also just
Little
want
candy corns.
Okay, what I actually want is just a plain white crop tee with two little corn kernels, like right where nipples would be. and then nothing else. And it's just it then gives you the opportunity to say, hey, kernels up here.
Yeah.
It builds the joke for you.
Okay, that's new fall merch.
It's genius.
Comment if you agree.
Yeah, we could do a Halloween theme where it's
Candy
corn.
corns. Yeah.
Candy corn cob man.
Oh my God, cute. That would actually make that thing a little bit more attractive. I'd eat him. Okay, some customers, particularly men,
Oh, here we go.
Tend to simply shop for what they want, walking down an aisle, grabbing what they want, turning back and walking back the way they came.
Okay.
Like an idiot. This is called the boomerang effect.
Okay.
In order to maximize shopper and produce contact time, shops therefore place major items and brands in the middle of aisles, ensuring that from any direction the customer has to walk the furthest to reach them.
Mm-hmm. The whole store is genuinely built like especially when you think about those corporate cubs I was talking about earlier. Can you picture what I'm talking about when you like
absolutely.
walk in and you're just met by like a wall of Doritos that like forces you to the right?
Yep.
And then you're like, where even is the produce? Mm-hmm. It's built like a maze so that it's almost impossible to run in, grab the one thing you need, and go back the way you came.
Yeah.
And 99% of that is to force people to meander through so that you have contact with more products. And then a tiny percent is, they'll say so much of it is like, it's an anti-theft measure. If we make it easy, we don't want it to be easy for people to run in and steal something and run out of the store.
Yeah,
it's like,
okay.
but that's like 0.01% of why the store is built that way. The other 99.9% is to con all of us into spending more fucking money so that they can steal from you. Wake up, sheeple!
And
Wake up!
It's not just grocery stores. I was thinking about like Target.
Every store!
Every store.
Target's the worst offender of this shit because it's more than just groceries.
But their lighting is better.
Oh, fuck Target.
Oh, I'm not saying I support Target. I'm just saying they have these little tweaks and like psychologically they make you feel like it's such a better option because they have better lighting than Walmart.
Pretty much. That's it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Okay. So that's the boomerang effect. Another tactic is that they just straight up trick children in addition to making eye contact with them. One store had a hopscotch like thing on the floor right next to the kids' cereal, the bearded barley, in order to force the parents to like park right in front of that cereal. And then the kids are about to start hassling them for said cereal. There are all sorts of like obstacles.
Oh, that's sick. They're using your children against you.
That's also why they have candy at the checkout lane because the kids are sitting in the cart board and they're reaching for the Kit Kat and all that.
Yeah, what was like, did you have a thing that you would be allowed, like your one thing you'd be allowed to get while you were at the grocery store? Like if you were good?
A Tootsie Pop.
Yours was a Tootsie Pop? Mine was the circus animal crackers, the box of.
Ooh, yeah.
That was my favorite.
That was a good one too. That had a little string on the top, so you carried it like a little basket.
Like a little basket. It's a little train car full of caged animals. It's really tragic, but they were tasty.
They were delicious.
Really problematic. Really good.
But also, like, that works on adults like me also, because that's the impulse shit at the front.
Yeah, and Sour Patch Kids are always a good idea.
A Crunch Bar? You're not going to not want a Crunch Bar at like 9
What
p.m.
if I get low blood sugar and I need those Sour Patch Kids? What if those Sour Patch Kids save my life?
You should be able to pay with candy with your HSA.
I should, actually.
Not
I really
that you
should.
have one, but...
But I should.
Diabetics in general should be able to.
I should get a candy prescription.
Doctor.
Doctor, give me the candy. Give me the goods.
I need those dolls.
No, but you can't. I need my little dolls. I'm addicted to them. No, it's so annoying, though, because they do make glucose tablets, which are basically just Tums without the calcium, and they are the worst.
Just eat candy.
I know. So I don't know a single diabetic, especially an insulin-dependent diabetic, that's like defaulting to glucose tabs and not twin snakes. Like, what are you doing?
Yum! I love twin snakes.
If you're on the brink of death, at least have a nice time about it.
Come on.
If
you're not going to want to take your tablets, you're not going to want to live.
Exactly.
What are we living for?
Right. What's the point? If it's just for these fuck-ass tablets. Anyway. Next trick.
End caps. Different corporations pay a premium to have their shit on an end cap because it sells approximately 8 times faster than the same shit on a regular shelf.
Oh, I was so pissed because when I was getting one of my niece's Christmas gifts, Kraft Parmesan, she's a good woman. I like ran into a store to get it quick, and I wanted to get her like a big honker.
Yeah.
And
like
I went
Costco.
to but I didn't have time to go to Costco. So I think I was at Cub. And so I went in there to get it, and I'm like in the aisle where there are not Kraft Parmesan cheeses, the shakers, but I cannot for the life of me find Kraft Parmesan. And I finally flag somebody down, and they're like, oh yeah, it's on a separate end cap in this area of dairy. So not only did Kraft pay extra to have it be on an end cap, it's not even on an end cap where the others of its kind live. It's on an end cap by like the fresher, the nicer cheeses and the shredded cheeses and like those refrigerated pastas, like the Bertolli pastas.
Yeah.
That's where they fucking put it, like on the corner of a couple of open air refrigerator caps.
Well, another tactic that I didn't officially include this in my list, but another tactic is like shaking things up and moving shit around, especially if it's like a big enough name brand like Kraft Parmesan. You're not going to substitute that with something else.
No, it was her Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I'm getting her name brand.
Right. But those are the kinds of things that they can move around and just to make you hunt for it and probably see 6 more items to throw in your cart on the way.
Yep.
It's sick.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, back to your music. A famous study of background music and supermarket shoppers conducted in 1982 found that people spend 34% more time shopping with a corresponding uptick in sales in stores that played music versus stores that did not.
I would agree with that. I think it's awkward when there's just silence. And if you're playing like fun 90s easy listening throwbacks, then it's music that is basically universally beloved in the United States. And so it's like you're going to hear something that you like that's going to have you kind of bopping up and down the aisles and wanting to stick it out.
Unless you're at Price Chopper.
Yeah.
Hi,
They're apparently trying to like waterboard your ears with bullshit.
I felt waterboarded.
I hate
felt
that for you.
Driven away. I was
sorry.
othered.
Yeah. And you're not used to feeling like that.
No, I generally feel quite easygoing.
Yeah. Good job,
Don't
honey.
say anything.
I won't. I
won't.
agree with you and I support you.
Thank you. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so and that delay in leaving the store is the whole point.
Right.
This is from National Geographic. The longer you stay in the store, the more stuff you'll see, and the more stuff you see, the more you'll buy. And supermarkets contain a lot of stuff. The average supermarket, according to the Food Marketing Institute, carries some 44,000 different items.
Yeah, I believe that. These stores are fucking huge.
And that's just average. A lot of stores carry tens of thousands more than that. Think of a Costco.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I don't even want to it's hard to think about how much waste there is of all of those.
Oh my God.
And the lengths to which companies will go to make sure that waste doesn't end up in the hands of people who need to eat it.
Yeah.
They'd rather it go into a landfill.
Is that a tax thing?
I don't know.
They count it as a loss?
I guess.
It's gotta be.
It's an inhuman thing.
It is, but
inhumane.
Money would point to that kind of thing.
Crazy shit.
So the sheer volume of available choice is enough to send shoppers into a state of information overload.
Yeah.
According to brain scan experiments conducted by Paul Mullins and colleagues of Bangor University in Wales, the demands of so much decision-making quickly become too much for us. So after about 40 minutes of shopping, most people stop struggling to be rationally selective and instead began shopping emotionally.
Oh, no.
Which is the point at which we accumulate the 50% of stuff in our cart that we never intended on buying.
Oh, God.
Yeah, emotional. You know how sometimes when you're in a bad mood and you're like, I need to, buy something.
I mean, I
Isn't
feel
that
like I
sick?
have been too broke to feel that way for a minute, but yes, I know what that has felt like. What I will do if I do have to go to the store and I'll try to have a list first off. And I'll try at the grocery store even, because I don't do a big grocery shop. Bill does the bigger grocery shop at Costco because he is not as easily emotionally manipulated. He can stay on task and get what's
You're
needed
a
from
liability.
Costco. I'm a fucking liability. So I will do supplemental shopping for like stuff we're cooking, or if I like the other day I wanted tuna melts, so I just went to the store and only got stuff to make tuna melts for dinner. And I only got a little basket, no cart, and my list so that I can only carry. And then if I'm only grabbing a couple of things, I won't grab a cart or a basket at all. I will only hold my groceries and take them to the self-checkout, or else I'll just putter.
I know.
Those are my tricks. Never get a cart.
Well, for your purposes, if you're not doing the regular,
Right. Yeah. Bill always gets a
hauls.
cart because he's doing the big haul. So if you can trust yourself to stick to the list on the big haul, and we've gotten into a rhythm of, this is what we get at Costco. This is what we get from HelloFresh. This is what we get
yeah,
in between.
that's
And
good
it
to have a
works.
rhythm, because then you're less at risk.
Yeah.
So I found out there's a thing called supermarket syndrome, which is visually induced dizziness. It can be like, anything that comes with dizziness, like feeling tired or nauseous or like pale or whatever. So it can be triggered by large areas of complex patterns or movement.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, the supermarket has that in abundance.
Yes. But also things like moving traffic or like big movie screens, like if you're sitting too close to the screen in a theater.
Sure.
So, and yeah, obviously grocery stores. There are several theories about why visually induced dizziness happens. Most researchers believe it's caused by a mismatch or conflict between the different parts of the brain's balance system. So similar to motion sickness, but it's just from seeing really complicated things in your field of vision.
Fair enough.
Others believe that it happens when a vestibular problem causes the brain to rely too much on visual signals for balance. So your vestibular system is basically your balance. It's like the shit behind your eyes,
And
connects
like your inner
eyes
ear.
to your that stuff, that inner
floaty shit.
the inner
Yeah.
brain floaty shit. That's your your vestibs.
Yeah, because I had like my ears and maybe even something with my eyes checked when I had that like weird bout of vertigo.
Yes, I
In,
remember
like,
that.
late
That was
2020.
bizarre.
Yeah. And I had like gotten really sick from it a couple of times.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
out for like days.
Yeah, it was gnarly. But there was like shit all built up in my fucking ears that they like dug out.
Woo,
Oh,
cool.
yeah. It was
Did you keep
gnarly.
it?
No, shit's nasty.
Is it
Well-
fluid? It's got to be.
Well, I had a bunch of earwax buildup that was like probably fucking with it, but that's like the first thing they do is scope and clean your fucking ears out.
Drain it.
It was nasty. Well, you don't want to drain the fluid. You need the fluid. Just don't
Yeah.
know. They check for inflammation of the inner ear, that kind of shit.
Have you ever candled?
No,
I would be too afraid to do that.
I'm terrified to candle. I just let my ENT handle my cleanings. I have things checked out on a pretty regular basis. I don't trust a Q-tip. I don't want to compact any shit. I keep my ears as
Someone-
clean as I can keep them, and then I let a doctor take it from there.
That's good. Someone, I cannot remember who this was. Someone told me about someone that it was like a first degree of separation or second or whatever. Someone candled their ear and didn't know that you weren't supposed to let it go all the way down, and they
Oh, God.
really injured their ear.
No. Why do I feel like we heard about this on a Trova trip? Which one of you freaks was it? Which one of you traveling freaks did the ear candle thing? Why was it Mandy?
Mandy. Mandy.
Which one of you was it, and why was it Mandy? I love Mandy.
We miss you, Mandy.
We love you so much.
Okay.
Where were we?
Vestibular.
Vestibular system.
Vestibs.
Supermarket syndrome.
So I just wanted to put that out there because I had never heard of supermarket syndrome. So if you avoid the grocery store for like similar reasons and you have never really pinpointed why, you might want to look into this. There are treatments available.
Dang, that's crazy.
So I want to tell you a little bit about a guy named Sylvan Goldman.
Okay.
He was born on September 15th, 1898.
Jesus.
A Scorpio. In the Chickasaw Nation in the state of Oklahoma, or, existing alongside the state of Oklahoma. His family was Jewish, and they all worked at various dry goods stores that his mother's family owned. So I only kind of included those just because I feel like your upbringing would be so like culturally dynamic. Your family is Jewish. You're living at the turn of the century on a reservation in, the South.
Right.
Just like kind of he is an interesting man. So Syl, as he was known, served in World War I as a food requisitionist in France. So basically he figured out how to get food, how to inventory it, how to store it, how to distribute it.
Okay.
After the war, he and his brother Alfred opened the Goldman Brothers Wholesale Fruits and Produce in Breckenridge, Texas.
Syl and Al.
Syl and Al, brothers. This store did really well thanks to the oil boom, but like all booms, that petered out fairly quickly, and the brothers decided to try their luck in the wholesale food business in California.
Okay. They
went west. Well, there, they were fascinated by this new type of store. It was so remember, they grew up with and were in the business of wholesale.
Kind of like mercantile food provisions.
Exactly.
Yep.
Which was separate from the butcher, which was separate from the baker, etc.
Yep. You're getting your produce, some of your dry goods, your basics.
Yep. So they in California, they see this new type of store, a self-serve supermarket, a store that offered all kinds of things under one roof and where shoppers shopped for themselves.
Okay.
Because they were used to like a man in a white jacket getting your shit but behind the counter for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So many factors contributed to the innovation of this kind of store, which I always think is so fascinating to think of, like the time that it was. This is like the late 1900, it's like 1920, 1919, 1920. So rising car ownership.
People can get their groceries home in larger portions.
That, and people were just becoming more autonomous. You didn't have to take a bus or walk.
Or horse.
Or buggy. The electrification of factories and stores contributed to this. Growth in refrigerated transportation and also the widespread use of a tractor, which boosted agricultural production. So they're all of a sudden like, holy shit, we have a lot of produce from farmers. People can store this stuff at home. It can get to us refrigerated, so it lasts longer in that regard. You know, just a way longer shelf life for pretty much everything. And people can travel to a grocery store, get what they need, and travel home in their cars. So it's like basically like a middle class suburban autonomy. Yeah.
For the first time, kind of.
In this specific time with like technology and all these things. So as luck would have it, at around this time, their uncles offered them a very sweet deal to come back to Oklahoma and open up some more stores. So they brought this supermarket concept back home with them.
They stole it from the Californians and brought it to Oklahoma.
That's okay. In April 1920, Sil and Al opened the first Sun grocery store in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Within a year, they were operating 21 Sun grocery markets throughout the state. And within 3 years, they had 55 stores.
I love it. That's genius.
It really, really blew up in, would this be the Midwest, the South, whatever Oklahoma is. In 1929, they sold the chain to Safeway. Ever heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
This was literal months before the stock market crashed.
That's lucky. Holy shit.
Well, it's lucky that they sold it when they did, but they also lost most of their money because they have all these, they still have other businesses and stuff. So after losing a bunch of money because of that, they went to Oklahoma City to start a new company called Standard Grocery. In 1934, they purchased the Humpty Dumpty grocery chain.
Ugh.
So Brother Al died in 1937, and in 1943, Sylvan merged his two grocery store brands into one company, which I think is hilarious, calling it the Standard Humpty Dumpty.
As opposed to the subpar Humpty Dumpty.
Well, just like
the substandard Humpty Dumpty.
Isn't there only one Humpty Dumpty?
No.
He sets the standard.
I request the standard Humpty Dumpty, please and thank you.
One half of it is so boring. And then the other half is Humpty Dumpty.
It's so weird.
It's a weird combo.
I hate it.
I kind of love it. It's a twin snake.
He's an egg.
He's an egg.
I hate that he's an egg.
So I just wanted to mention the standard Humpty Dumpty because that was made me laugh. So backing up a little bit to 1937, at one of his Humpty Dumpty stores, Sylvan, he's observing his customers. Many of them are women, and also many of them had children with them. So he noted
that their hands full.
They had their hands full. And he noted that they seemed to stop shopping when their basket got too heavy. So he knew.
Because they're just women. They're weak.
Well, we'll get to the just women. He knew he needed to find a solution. But he was not the first to notice this problem and try to fix it. From History.com, quote, as early as the 1910s, Joseph Weingarten, the namesake behind the Texas grocery chain, provided wheeled carriers in which shoppers could place their baskets and push them around. So I was picturing kind of like what they have at Nordstrom Rack.
Yep.
You put your basket in the thing. And
Even
then you can
now,
hang the
I feel like we have these old school throwback carts where it's like a mini cart at the grocery store, but it's basically just two baskets on top of each other with wheels that you push.
Those are my favorite.
Love the mini
I like
cart.
the mini carts.
If I have to get honestly, if I'm doing like a quote bigger shop, I'll do if a mini cart's available, I'll do a mini cart to limit my spending.
So much more agile too.
Way easier.
Little Ricky Racer.
But they don't have a spot to hold Junie.
That's to be debated. You could just stick her on top. I've never done that.
No.
I've never done that. If she's there, she demands the cart with the car in front of it. They're filthy. I hate them.
Yeah. No thanks.
Hardly anyone used those, the basically just a wheel for your basket. Okay, so that's according to Andrew Warnes, author of How the Shopping Cart Explains Global Consumerism, which sounds fascinating.
Yeah, that actually does sound really interesting.
In the 1920s, Henry, Henke, and Camille Pelot outfitted their Houston store, Henke and Pelot, with a 15-inch wide track
what if
raised
it's
about
Hanky and Pillow?
Hanky and Pillow. That's what it is now. Okay. And I do have a photo of this contraption if you want to look on the drive.
Okay.
So it was a 15-inch wide track raised about 30 inches off the floor, along which baskets equipped with tiny wheels could glide. A solution that removed the burden of carrying the basket, but introduced new problems. Shoppers were forced to follow the track in full, often waiting behind slower customers.
Okay,
I would fucking commit murder.
I think I see the track where it looks like they're just standing at a counter. grabbing things.
Yeah, there's like a
I would
lady
hate
facing
that.
the camera.
Yes, I would hate that.
The lady facing the camera is taking her goddamn sweet ass time, and the
You
people
know, 'cause-
behind her just want to murder.
Yeah, this is not the way.
It's
The
not
only
the
way
way.
this is acceptable is when I'm at like one of those awesome sushi train restaurants.
Yes.
That's great. Keep it coming.
Yes, those
But
are fun.
this is not that. This would give me so much anxiety too. It's like I have to choose right now if I want this. I can't
Yeah.
just take my time and linger here. Like, oh god,
Having people behind you.
Oh, I hate this. No,
I know.
next, next.
They tried. But Sylvan recognized that using a cart would eliminate concerns over weight, like how much the basket weighed. So he was determined to make that work. So that author warns, says, quote, Goldman's real insight was not one of invention. Humans had been using carts for millennia, but of timing. He seemed to realize that supermarkets had now grown so large and car use so ubiquitous that customers and retailers alike had no choice but to use these contraptions in order to make the whole system work. He basically bridged the only gap that there was. So Sill's first attempt was made out of a couple of baskets and a folding chair frame.
Okay, I see it. This is like what the I feel like there's a version of this now that you can get at like the smaller grocery stores or like bodega stores, style
Yeah.
stores that are like two
it's a
little
great-
baskets that you push. This is genius.
It is, but
It's ridiculous, but it's also genius.
it was meant to fold up, hence the folding chair frame, but it didn't work great because it would fold up if it just hit something.
Yeah.
And it also could not take corners very well.
And probably that top rack could barely hold any weight if it's meant to fold.
Yeah.
So you'd have to put all your heavy stuff on the bottom. And look, everything on the shelf is in cans. So it's all heavy shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is
But it's smaller.
yeah.
Things are smaller then.
True.
So his first patent was for the, quote, combination basket and carriage, filed
Okay.
on May 4th, 1937. Never one to miss a marketing opportunity, Sylvan placed an ad in the Oklahoma City Times on June 4th, teasing the cart's debut, saying, quote, can you imagine wending your way through a spacious food market without having to carry a cumbersome shopping basket on your arm? That's what you'll find at The Standard.
Oh.
So that was his ad.
Oh, hell yeah.
People hated it.
Why?
Men found it emasculating, of course.
It sounds great to me.
And women compared it to pushing a second baby carriage.
Oh,
So
well,
women who already had a carriage now had to push two fucking things, which
that's fair.
yes. And also older women or, women of older children, like one made the direct comment, like, I've pushed my last baby carriage or something like that. Like they didn't want to push something.
Okay.
They associated it too much with dealing with a baby. So Sylvan placed another ad the following week, kind of pulling a Donald Trump, claiming victory with nothing to stand
Everybody
on.
loved this. No notes.
He wrote in his ad, quote, no basket carrying plan met with instant approval last weekend. So those who came with the plan to not carry a basket didn't carry a basket because the carts worked great.
Yep. Great.
He also hired male actors that reportedly looked like manly bachelors to walk around his stores with the carts.
to make the other men feel better and make the
Literally.
women swoon.
Literally.
Okay, that's
To make other
genius.
people feel like, oh, that's not such a bad idea. And
That-
it really worked.
If that hottie could push a cart, I could push a cart. Yeah, that's a genius guerrilla marketing.
Within weeks,
Everyone's
people were
doing
like,
it.
everyone was using his carts. It's like, talk
Ryan
about
Gosling just pushing a cart around around the Humpty Dumpty, the Super Humpty, the Standard Humpty.
the standard Humpty Dumpty. I'm picturing
The
just
super
guys
hump.
like Chippendales
Oh yeah, just a bow tie and little thongs, and then
Yeah.
they're pushing.
and shoes.
Yes, no shirt, no thong, no shoes, no service.
Oh my God.
Shirt optional.
There was like competition with like another shopping cart inventor who like basically invented the feature where the front part like flips open when you push it so you can stack them together. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or I guess it would be the back part pushes open.
Yep.
But anyway, there's a lot more that I could talk about Sylvan Goldman, but he's credited with inventing the shopping cart.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is the name of his first super successful and again arguably plagiarized shopping cart. It was called the Nest Bass Cart.
Okay, I love
Baskart.
Nest Baskart.
Nest Bass Cart. I knew you'd like that.
Oh my god, I love that.
I also read that the size of grocery carts have increased by like 50 to 100% over the last however long. Like shopping carts now are enormous, and it's because they want you to fucking fill them up.
Yeah.
So that's another trick.
Mm-hmm.
So next time you're at the store, reach for a Nest Bass Cart
Yeah. Get your Nest Baskart.
and make a list.
Make a goddamn list.
Okay, last but really not least, I did want to include a crime, and I found a really weird one from 2018 out of Australia. So this is the CNN article.
Okay.
A 50-year-old woman sabotaged Australian supermarket strawberries with sewing needles in an alleged act of workplace revenge.
Oh, that is fucking horrifying, and that makes me want to die.
I know. My Ute Trin has been charged with 7 counts of contamination of goods and faces up to 10 years in jail if convicted. Her arrest Sunday followed at least 100 reported cases of sewing needles or pins found in strawberries across the country earlier this year, sparking nationwide panic.
No.
Metal was also found in a banana, an apple, and a mango, which the
Baby
government...
girl, what are you doing?
Well, the government believed these and the vast majority of these to be isolated copycat cases or hoaxes.
Oh.
So Trin is reportedly a former supervisor at the Berrylicious and Berry Obsession Farm in Wamaron, north of Brisbane. Police will allege she felt mistreated by colleagues and had spoken to coworkers about taking revenge, according to CNN affiliate 9 News. The Queensland Strawberry Growers Association, or the QSGA, has welcomed Trin's arrest, but called for copycat offenders to also face charges. The case against Trin only relates to 6 or 7 punnets of strawberries. I did look up punnet, and it is the little square box that berries come in.
Cute.
I know. Quote, it was a crisis driven by social media, and the only real victims were the strawberry growers, and to some extent, other Australian fruit growers and exporters, said the association in a statement. Fear of strawberry contamination severely damaged Australia's multi-million-dollar fruit industry.
Damn.
Large numbers of strawberries were recalled from Australian supermarkets, and many farmers were forced to bin their crops. That's so sad.
That is awful. Like, I know you're pissed, but you can't. This freak
wild.
out rando thing destroyed livelihoods potentially.
Some local and overseas buyers suspended the sale of Australian strawberries just overall. The incident prompted authorities in the Australian state of Queensland to issue a warning advising consumers to cut up the fruit.
Okay.
That is one way to make sure your strawberries
cut
don't
your
have
fruit,
needles.
Then make sure it doesn't have needles in it. Yeah.
More than 70 brands were affected, different brands.
Oh my God.
And the strawberry farming industry experienced a market loss of around 120 million US dollars.
Holy shit.
But in 2021, all the charges against her were dropped. So she didn't end up being prosecuted for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
There must have been some
lack
good,
of evidence or
either compelling evidence on her end or a complete lack of evidence on theirs.
But she was only charged with like six of those incidences. Absolutely most of them were either copycats or not real at all, and just like, I found a needle in my strawberry on social media.
Oh my God. It was mostly just a viral freak out.
Yes. Isn't
Unlike
that
the
awful?
poop parasite.
No, but I was thinking about the poop parasite.
Oh,
I'm
God.
always thinking about the poop parasite. But truly, how would you know if you had it?
I identify so much with those, quote, low-key wouldn't know if I had the poop parasite
Yeah.
memes because same.
Mm-hmm.
How will I know?
But
I
our
won't
friend,
know.
a mutual friend of ours, who I will not name, did have it, and he is recovered. But I do think that if you had it, you would probably.
I'd probably know.
It sounds really awful. All right, so that's my seg.
Oh, God. I did the other day. Not the other day. This is like over a week ago. But I was like just learning about the poop parasite. And then I went home and realized that the 2 bag salads I had bought the day before were both Taylor's Farms.
No.
Yeah, but they weren't romaine or like shredded iceberg or anything like that. But I still was like,
Think it matters.
I don't think I can eat these. I don't think I can eat these.
Yep. And we
Anyway.
are recording this obviously well in advance before it comes out. Well,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
well, but they've like retracted and then restate. It's the whole thing's like very fishy
The government
as we're
sucks.
recording.
It
really
sucks,
does.
y'all. It sucks.
Correct.
Anyway,
Top to bottom.
it sucks. Okay. That was amazing, Lucy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I enjoyed a little bit of that lighter fare because we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna get into some dark shit.
Wonderful.
Here we go.
I'm not a coffee person. My tummy can't handle it. But you know, when I wake up in the morning, it's really nice to have like a warm, energizing start to the day beverage. And that's why I am in love with mud water.
Yeah, Mudwater does have mushroom coffee, which is amazing, but they also have chai, and I have been obsessed with that. I've been making my cute little chais in the morning.
Cute.
Because I'm that girl. I want the cute little coffee drink, and Mudwater's got you covered. The taste, the smell, the whole ritual. But with regular coffee, the caffeine can send you straight into an anxiety spiral. I love trying out new coffee shops, getting fun seasonal drinks, but like one full cup of actual coffee, and I feel like my heart is gonna come out of my chest and my brain is running in 10 directions at once. Like, I want that little bit of focus. I want that little bit of pep, but I don't want to feel like a maniac. That is why I personally love Mudwater so much. It's the same morning ritual. You can do your coffee, or if you're like me, your chai or your matcha. The matcha is so good. But with functional mushrooms and adaptogens instead of a full caffeine hit. This is steady energy. It's not going to have you spiraling out of control. I've been loving their original blend. This one is cacao, chai, turmeric, and functional mushrooms. It's like a spicy hot cocoa. I actually really like to make it cold in the summer. It's so tasty with a little bit of almond milk, and then I'll add like a tiny bit of vanilla to it, and then like that's my cute little coffee for the morning. For coffee shop lovers who just cannot handle a full caffeine load anymore, Mudwater is the version of your morning drink that you did not know existed, because loving coffee should not mean negotiating with it like it's holding you hostage every morning.
Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Go to mudwater.com/gals and grab the starter kit. Use code GALS and you'll get 43% off. The frother alone is worth it. That's right, up to 43% off with code GALS at mudwtr.com. After you purchase, they'll ask how you found them. Please show your support and let them know we sent you.
If a genie gave me 3 wishes, I would literally use all of them to wish for my cats to live forever. We had a friend over earlier today, and they asked how old Pepperoni was, and Bill was like, oh, she's about 14. And I was like, but she's going to live to be 45.
She will.
She will. But since genies don't exist, as far as I know, I do try to keep them alive as long as humanly possible. And one of the ways I do that is by feeding them Smalls. Smalls is fresh, human-grade cat food that does so much more than just feed your cat. It helps them live a full, healthy life.
And that's all we want. Most cat food out there is made with meat byproducts, cheap fillers, and artificial ingredients. It's basically junk food. It's not great for your cat. Big Pet Food does this because it's cheaper to make, but what they save on costs, your cat pays for with their health and therefore your happiness. But Smalls is different. Their fresh recipes are made with at least 80% animal protein, and they're gently cooked to retain all of their nutrients and flavor. My cats love Smalls. They never add fillers or artificial ingredients, and their food is so healthy that 88% of cat parents say that after feeding Smalls, their cats have better digestion, a softer and shinier coat, and more energy to play because it's actually good for them.
Your cat's health and longevity starts with what they eat. Try Smalls and get 60% off your cat's first order, plus free shipping and free treats for life when you go to smalls.com/gals. One last time, that's 60% off your first order, plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/gals. All right, so like I said, I've got the fan pick today. It's very famous. It's incredibly tragic. I'm just giving a blanket trigger warning for like the most American things imaginable, which are racism and mass shooting gun violence.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. On May 14th, 2022, a quiet Saturday afternoon in the east side of Buffalo, New York at Tops Friendly Markets on Jefferson Avenue, folks were milling in and out of the store in the predominantly black neighborhood when an 18-year-old white boy who drove over 200 miles to carry out a massacre fueled by white supremacist ideology scarred the community irrevocably forever. Peyton Spencer Gendron grew up in Conklin, New York, a mainly white suburb near Binghamton. He lived in an idyllic blue 3-story house with his parents, who were both civil engineers, like very affluent family. He had 3 younger brothers. There were, as far as we know, not like signs of abuse in the home or really a lot of red flaggy things going on. It just seemed like a pretty normal white suburban household that he grew up in. To those who knew him, he was a studious loner who earned high grades, though he was described as very quiet. What folks seemed to ignore, however, were the disturbing red flags that were beginning to emerge around 2020. And this is
red and white flags.
Yeah, for real. This is a whole thing that, like, this does keep me up at night all the time, because the way that we moved globally headfirst into being an online community because of COVID in ways that we never had before, where like your schooling was online, but from your home. You know, how you went to work was online, but from your home. Yeah. All of your social interactions, at least for a time, were predominantly online. You were ordering food online and having it delivered. Like, we will not know or even begin to scratch the surface of the long-term detrimental psychological effects of that sudden jump.
Yeah.
For a very long time. But this feels to me like one of them. One of the consequences of this massive, sudden kind of overnight shift of how we interact with the internet.
Yeah.
So this, it's just a scary example. It's like a global upheaval, and then our relationship with the internet deepens and radicalization starts to happen, and especially among like developing minds, because now school children that were not very much online are now forced to be online to go to school.
Yeah.
And
for
it's
everything.
like for everything. So they're gonna find other shit. They're gonna connect in other ways. Like, it's especially the teenagers.
So how old was he during this time?
He was 18 when he carried this out, but this was in 2022, so he was like 16 when COVID lockdown happened, so like peak high school age.
I don't feel bad for this person at all, but just looking at the surrounding circumstances is like, oh, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's really crazy shit. During the pandemic, Gendron's mental health reportedly declined as he became paranoid about contracting COVID-19. Once he even wore a hazmat suit to school for a week. There is a photo of it on the drive. This photo like made it into the yearbook, so that's why they have it. And it's like, oh my gosh, so funny. But it's like, no, he was actually terrified of contracting the virus. Even after that, like, first year when we had vaccines, people were still masking. We knew a little bit more about how to avoid contracting it. And he's like, it's clearly they're back to being in school, which means the vaccinations were already out and available. Like, we didn't go back to in-person learning, I don't think, until then in a lot of school districts. But I guess I don't know if he's in Buffalo, New York. Or in New York, I'm not sure what their rule was. But either way, it was not like, oh, funny, haha. It was like, oh, wait, what's going on here? More alarming was an economics class assignment where, when asked about his retirement plans, he simply responded, quote, murder-suicide.
Oh my God.
While he claimed it was a joke, he was briefly hospitalized for a psychiatric evaluation. But perhaps most chilling was an online journal where he detailed killing and decapitating a feral cat and recording the event with a complete lack of remorse. This is from a 2022 research article by Adrian Kennedy. Quote, in the journal, he described how he stabbed, bludgeoned, and decapitated a feral cat. Gendron justified...
catch a feral cat.
I mean, offer them food. It's not like that. A lot of feral cats will come if you feed them.
I guess.
It's not like that hard to catch them. But I'm not saying do that, but
no.
I mean, I don't think that's the shocking thing, is that he caught it.
It's not. I was just thinking about the logistics.
Gendron justified the act by claiming that the animal had attacked his family's cat, Paige. Gendron posted detailed notes about how he killed the cat, recording the time when it bled from its mouth and describing the knife that he used to slash its neck. He then posted pictures of the cat's body, indicating that he felt no empathy for the cat or remorse for killing it. End quote.
Great.
So this kid is not okay.
No.
And I mean, yes, I think it is good that steps were taken. He was briefly hospitalized. Like, clearly people understood that something was not right here. But this is like, obviously, there's so much about the mental health care system that we have in the United States, the long-term care, the follow-up, the follow-through. It's an under-resourced and undervalued, necessary part of our society. And clearly balls were dropped because he's posting all of this shit online and we're not back to going, okay, like, no one's reporting this. No one's concerned about this. What is going on? And I mean, I know like 4chan is the bowels of the internet, but I don't know. It's just, people just slip through the fucking cracks and then horrible things happen.
It's too true of a story, I feel like, in this country, is people slipping through.
Exactly. Gendron retreated deeper into his own mind and only really sought community online during the isolation of the COVID-19 pandemic. He spent time on the anonymous image boards of 4chan and on the messaging app Discord, where he consumed white supremacist and anti-Semitic content for hours and hours a day.
Yuck.
Hours. And we've kind of talked about those like rabbit holes and those like
pipelines,
the pipelines and algorithms, how it's like, it's feeding you more and more of what you tend to start interacting with. So you click that like one thing and suddenly it's 10 more things and it's, oh God. And he was just in the loop.
Oh, you're a teenage boy? Like, of course it's going to target
16, 17 years old.
Chronically online, whether you want to be or not.
It's really scary. He became obsessed with the Great Replacement Theory, a conspiracy claiming that white people are being intentionally replaced by non-white people. And as we know, this rhetoric is most often used to target non-white immigrants as well as Black and brown Americans. In his continued spiral into radicalization, a hero for him emerged. Brenton fucking Tarrant, the perpetrator of the Christchurch mosque shootings.
Jesus.
He live streamed his attack, and this guy, Peyton, is like, that's my guy. I'm like inspired. Following in his footsteps, Gendron eventually authored a 180-page manifesto, as well as hundreds, some reports said over 600 pages of Discord logs, so like chat logs.
Ew.
Detailing his plans to target Black people to, quote, save the white race. He chose the Tops grocery on Jefferson Avenue specifically because it had the highest Black population density within driving distance of his home. And that was a distance of about 200 miles. So he was willing to drive 200 miles to target the most predominantly Black neighborhood within driving distance of his home.
That's so sick.
So that he could kill the most Black people.
Jesus Christ, that's so disgusting.
It's horrifying. He prepared in advance and kept his plans completely secret from his family. Again, from that article by Adrian Kennedy, quote, according to Gendron's online manifesto, his parents did not know that he had purchased assault weapons and had hidden them in his bedroom. They also were not aware that he had been selling coins to pay for his ammunition. He led his mother and father to believe that he was still attending community college when he had quit months ago. That's end quote. And I have another excerpt from this same article. It is my main source today. It's very detailed. And if anybody wants to read it in full, it is listed in my sources. And I'm including this additional excerpt because it really details just how much preparation he was doing leading up to the shooting, which leaves no doubt of like, this is a hate crime. Anyone who even tries to say that it isn't is just, it's just ludicrous. Everything was targeted to make sure that this specific population was present. And there's no question that he wanted that to be the case. Quote, in his Discord messages, Gendron announced his plans to kill those he called replacers in December. By February, he had chosen to attack customers at a Tops Friendly Markets in Buffalo, selecting the location because of the area's high Black population. In March, he visited the store to create a map of its aisles and check out its security. During this visit, Gendron was approached by a security guard who asked why he had repeatedly entered and exited the store that day. In his messages, Gendron said that he made up excuses and fled. Initially, Gendron planned to attack 2 other locations in Buffalo where he would, quote, shoot all Blacks in his, end quote. In his messages, he referred to Tops as, quote, attack area 1. He used Google's time feature to determine the busiest times at the store.
Oh my God, that is so sick.
After visiting Tops for the first time in March, Gendron created a color-coded map of the store, which he incorporated into his manifesto.
Ew, he's so organized about this.
Yes. He spent hours and an hour upon meticulous hour making sure he could take out the most people possible. Because he knew as soon as he opened fire, he wouldn't have a lot of time.
Oh my God.
He also listed the tactical gear that he planned to wear, which included military-style body armor. End quote. All while not a single person online seeing these messages alerted authorities, not a single moderator of these forums felt compelled to ring any alarm bells. And I can't say I expected much more from the platforms that host things like online rape academies, for fuck's sake. But still, it's like, I can't believe there are still these easy... I'm on Discord. Like, these are so easily accessible corners of the internet. Anybody can go on 4chan.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
Not
can...
that anyone would want to.
No, I know. But, like, we go on Reddit.
Yeah.
And we curate an experience that is not horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, like, more moderation on Reddit for the most part. But, like, the shit kids and just people in general can get away with online, it still blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And there were so many opportunities for intervention here, and yet here we are. So we're going to get to it now.
Great.
At about 2:30 in the afternoon of May 14th, 2022, Gendron arrived at the supermarket armed with an illegally modified Bushmaster XM15 rifle and wearing military-grade body armor. He began his attack in the parking lot, shooting 4 people and killing 3 before even walking into the store. He then entered the store, phone in hand, as he had been broadcasting the violence live on the streaming platform Twitch. And he was heard on that live stream saying, quote, just go for it. Just got to go for it. When he first pulled into the parking lot, he's like hyping himself up on the live stream. So he shot several people before even entering the store. He shot 4 people. He killed 3. Then he gets inside. He's met by a man named Aaron Salter Jr. He was a retired Buffalo police officer who worked there as a security guard at that store. Salter, now hailed as a hero, fired multiple shots at Gendron, but the bullets were stopped by Gendron's tactical vest. Gendron returned fire, killing Salter before continuing through the aisles. In a surreal moment during the shooting, Gendron aimed at a white store manager, but reportedly apologized and didn't fire.
Apologized.
Yeah, like, oh, only meant to shoot at non-white people, my bad.
My mistake.
Yep.
God.
Within about 10 minutes of Gendron opening fire, police arrived and talked Gendron into dropping his weapon after he pointed it at his own neck. So they can take even a dangerous shooter into custody alive.
Get a McDonald's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Or Burger King, I mean.
Apparently, as long as he's white.
Yeah. Cool.
10 lives were stolen that day by this man. He killed 10 people, all of them black.
Oh my God.
This is a quote from NPR because I wanted to spend a little bit of time like honoring these people.
Mm-hmm.
NPR wrote, quote, they were grandmothers, fathers, sons, and sisters. Some were charity volunteers. Many had deep roots in their community, relied on by their families, but also by friends and strangers. They lost their lives on Saturday as they carried out the most essential of tasks, getting food for themselves and others at the Tops Friendly Markets grocery store on Jefferson Avenue in Buffalo. So among the dead are Aaron Salter Jr. He was 55, and he's the heroic guard who died trying to protect this community. Ruth Whitfeld was 86, a grandmother and the primary caretaker for her husband, who was living in a nearby nursing home, and she had just visited her husband that morning.
86.
86. Most of the people were elderly, getting their groceries at 2:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Catherine Cat Massey was 72, a powerful community voice who had written letters to the editor advocating for gun control.
Oh, God.
Again from NPR, quote, in May of 2021, she wrote about what she called the escalating gun violence in Buffalo and major U.S. cities. She said, quote, there needs to be extensive federal action legislation to address all aspects of the issue. Her letter to the Buffalo News read, current pursued remedies mainly inspired by mass killings, namely universal background checks and banning assault weapons, essentially exclude the sources of our city's problems. Illegal handguns via out-of-state gun trafficking are the primary culprits. We lost a voice yesterday. We lost a powerful, powerful voice, Massey's longtime friend Betty Jean Grant told the paper. I want you to remember that she wrote about that because we're gonna get to kind of like the legislative response to this. And spoiler alert, kind of as she wrote, it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's barely anything.
It never is.
It's never enough. So another victim was Pearlie Young, 77 years old. She was a missionary. Yeah. She was a missionary who ran a weekly food pantry for 25 years.
Wow.
Quote, for 25 years, she ran a pantry where every Saturday she fed people in Central Park. Every Saturday. She loved singing, dancing, and being with family. She was a mother, grandma, and missionary, gone too soon. Hayward Patterson was 67, a church deacon and driver who frequently gave residents rides to the store, this very store. The 67-year-old regularly attended the State Tabernacle Church of God and would stand at the doorway to welcome people into the service on Sundays, the Buffalo News reported. Patterson was the church pastor's armor bearer and would volunteer to clean the church every Saturday, according to the paper, and he also spent time in the soup kitchen. Quote, he would give the shirt off his back, his wife, Tirza Patterson, told the Buffalo News. That's who he is. He wouldn't hurt anybody. Whatever he had, he'd give it to you. You ask, he'll give it. If he don't got it, he'll make a way to get it or send you the person that can give it to you. He's going to be missed a lot.
Wow.
Celestine Cheney, 65, a cancer survivor and grandmother of 6 grandchildren, ranging in age from 4 to 28 years old at the time of her death. She was at the store to buy shrimp and strawberry shortcake.
Oh.
Quote, she was probably the sweetest person you could ever meet, her daughter Dominique Brown told the paper. Very loving, very giving, very kind. Roberta Drury, she was 32, a vibrant woman who moved to Buffalo to help her brother during his recovery from leukemia. She often shopped for her adoptive brother, Christopher Moyer, and his family who lived near the Tops grocery. Moyer is recovering from leukemia, he told NPR. Quote, she would go to Tops for us all the time, actually. We don't really have a family in the area, so it was just a great help that she could do something like that for us. She was very vibrant, her sister Amanda Drury told the New York Times. She always was the center of attention and made the whole room smile and laugh. Margus D. Morrison was 52, and he was a devoted father of 3 young children. Andre McNeil was 53. He was at the store to pick up a surprise birthday cake for his 3-year-old son. He never made it home, dying instead on his son's birthday.
Oh my God.
Yep. And also Geraldine Talley, 62. She was a beloved resident of Buffalo. 3 others, Zaire Goodman, Jennifer Warrington, and Christopher Braden, were wounded, but they survived the attack. The legal proceedings that followed were swift but heavy. In November of 2022, Gendron pleaded guilty to all state charges, including murder, domestic terrorism motivated by hate, and hate crimes. During his sentencing, he expressed regret, stating he, quote, acted out of hate and believed what he read online. He was sentenced to 11 concurrent life sentences without the possibility of parole. However, the legal battle is not over. Gendron still faces federal charges, and the Department of Justice has announced it will seek the death penalty, which was the first such instance under the Biden administration at the time that was announced. But his federal trial is scheduled now to begin in August of this year, so we're not under the Biden administration anymore.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so fortunately, his state charges should hold up regardless. Like, he should be in jail for the rest of his life. But it'll be interesting to see if anything fishy happens on the federal level, given who
our
we
federal
are.
level.
Yeah, given our fucking federal level.
Yeah. Wow.
The impact on Buffalo's east side was devastating, beyond just the devastation of 13 community members being gunned down at their only grocery store. It was their only grocery store, and it had to close for months on end.
Oh, that was another part of the food desert aspect of the whole thing, was like...
Yup, which is what we're about to get to.
Oh.
The Tops supermarket was the only supermarket in the neighborhood, and its temporary closure after the shooting turned the area into a complete food desert, forcing elderly residents to rely on shuttles and community food distributions for their groceries. Salt in a wound that had been created long before the shooting occurred. From thetrace.org, quote, to many East Siders, the violence underscored the area's living history of segregation, prejudicial housing policies, food apartheid, disproportionate policing, and detrimental health outcomes have long disenfranchised this community. Older residents point to long-term disinvestment, including the legacy of the 33 freeway, completed in 1965, which tore through swaths of Cherry, Riley, East Ferry, and West Parade streets, displacing residents, ruining businesses, and destroying the Humboldt Parkway, part of Buffalo's historic Olmsted Park system. And all of these areas, because of segregation, or like, obviously they didn't have like the same exact quote unquote segregation that they had in the South, but the kind of like redlining kind of segregation. These were predominantly Black neighborhoods with like their own thriving Black businesses and their own communities that got replaced with fast travel through their neighborhoods, and then all these folks were displaced.
Yeah, I think you'd be delusional to think that that was confined to the South.
Exactly. Quote, Buffalo's always been a segregated city, said Pastor George Nicholas of Lincoln Memorial United Methodist Church. One of the results of that segregation was a tremendous gap in income and wealth building. He added, when the 33 was built, it split the Black community. In the wake of the tragedy, New York passed legislation banning the sale of semi-automatic rifles to those under 21 and restricted certain types of body armor.
Good job.
Yep.
Jesus.
But further attempts at passing legislation to protect against violent extremism and gun violence were disappointing at best. Just to get an easier breakdown, I pulled this part from Wikipedia. Quote, the proposed Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act, which would have established domestic terrorism offense offices in the DOJ and the FBI, focused on neo-Nazis and white supremacy, passed the House on May 18th of 2022, but failed the Senate on May 26th of 2022. Republicans argued that the measure duplicated already existing efforts by American law enforcement while also risking targeting individuals unfairly as political extremists.
Wow, we wouldn't want to do that, would we?
No, Charlie Kirk was just spreading the word of God. Democrats noted the tough polarization in Congress while arguing that the Republicans failed to compromise on pragmatic changes to fight gun deaths. On June 7th of 2022, the United States Senate Committee on the Judiciary held hearings to examine the metastasizing domestic terrorism threats after the Buffalo attack. The committee heard testimony from the son of rampage victim Ruth Whitfeld, former commissioner of the Buffalo Fire Department, Garnell Whitfeld Jr., who asked the committee, quote, to imagine the faces of your mothers as you look at the face of my mother, Mrs. Ruth Whitfeld, and ask yourself, is there nothing we can do? Is there nothing that you personally are willing to do to stop the cancer of white supremacy and the domestic terrorism it inspires? In response to this attack, as well as the Robb Elementary School shooting in Uvalde, Texas, that occurred 10 days after the shooting in Buffalo,
Jesus Christ.
the New York legislature passed laws banning semi-automatic sales to most people under 21, as well as certain types of body armor.
What is most people and certain types?
I don't know. That's
not-
just what Wikipedia had. But it's
Fuck
loose at
that.
best.
Yeah.
So, end quote for Wikipedia. But remember, when you go to the polls, that this is all our representation thinks folks are worth. After elders and babies were gunned down in the course of the same month, the best they could do was limit some sales.
Some. For
Yep.
most.
For most. Some sales for most.
Jesus.
Today, the community honors the Buffalo 10 with the 514 honor space at the store site. And there is a whole website for the 514 memorial that they intend to create that would be permanent. It's called Seeing Us. The plans are very beautiful. I do hope it comes to fruition. And a few months after the shooting, the Tops Market did reopen, and Jillian Hainsworth, who in 2021 had become the first poet laureate of the city of Buffalo, wrote the memorial poem that greets all who enter. And that poem says, "Let the hopeful healing waters flow, cleansing all the pain and fear, all hurt and regret, let the water heal our people."
Wow.
And that is the fan pick case that Christina requested. Thank you very much. It's a lot,
Well,
but it
it's
is
a
a
lot.
massive, scary supermarket crime, so it fits the bill.
The Buffalo Bill.
The Buffalo Bill. We love Buffalo, and Buffalo has had some trauma.
was wonderful
Yeah,
when we
Buffalo
were there
is
last
spectacular.
fall. Or whenever the fuck we were there. Last fall?
Yeah,
No.
this past fall.
What is time anyway?
Or spring.
I literally have no idea when we were in Buffalo.
I don't know. March?
I don't know. Don't ask me anymore.
100 years ago?
I think it was the spring. I have no
It was
earthly
March
idea.
because then we did the
Dingus
Buffalo
Day.
show and Dingus Day, and then we did DC in May.
Yes. All
It was
right.
March. It was March. It was just still chilly, so yeah. God, that was fun.
That was so fun.
Buffalo
We
has a
loved-
rich history.
Very rich. And yeah, it is beautiful. As is Albany, I'll say. I'll say Albany.
Albany.
Well, thank you, Christina, for your pick, I guess.
Yeah, it was definitely a compelling episode, and you covered some fascinating stuff.
Yeah, and I really appreciated your tribute to the victims because it's one thing to know that this tragedy happened, and then it's another thing to really see the lives behind the unfortunate victims of it. So, yeah, I think you did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right,
All right,
well,
y'all.
join us on Uncorked, by the way, to listen to this shit ad free. You know you want to. You know you hate our ads.
The least you could do is grab a shopping cart and head all the way through our Uncorked page. And, while you're shopping, you may as well head to our merch page as well. See if there's anything fun that you want to add to your
Any
cart.
little
Fill that
impulse
cart.
buys.
Yeah, go get that gum at checkout. Get yourself
All right.
a wine key.
Or a wine cooler.
Or a wine.
We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Like what you see? Check out more episodes and become a member to unlock exclusive content.
Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.